The one thought I have about the Mississippi State Bulldogs versus the Alabama Crimson Tide game was that elite teams know how to do the simple things at an elite level. So Josh Hubbard had a great night for Mississippi State. He shot the ball exceptionally well, 6-15 from the three-point line. He ends up the game with 38 points. But Mississippi State, to close out the game, just had a revolving door of mistakes. So you have the PNR between Grant Nelson and Mark Sears, where Mississippi State plays drop coverage, and the guy playing drop just essentially drags too far over towards Mark Sears as he starts to dribble down, and so they then dump it to Nelson, and that leads to a foul. Fortunately for Mississippi State, Nelson misses both free throws. Unfortunately, on the second missed free throw, and this is one of the first big mistakes, is Mississippi State forgets to box out. And it's, I know the broadcast was trying to say as like it was an exceptional play by the Alabama player, but really what it was is Mississippi State stepped into the lane instead of stepping up and back, which is what you're supposed to do on a free throw situation, right? Your top foot goes up to the defender, and then you push the defender back with your butt. What Mississippi State did was they stepped in without creating any contact, and so then the ball was long, and Alabama was able to get the rebound. That leads to a foul, which is a one-on-one situation, and Alabama allows Mississippi State to dodge a bullet because they missed a 1-and-1, which creates a fast break situation, and then you have a missed layup at the rim by Mississippi State. And so again, so you have this culmination of like just mistakes that are happening, one after another. Alabama was able to then go to the free throw line and make some free throws, and then Mississippi State gets the ball back. And then you have a dribble handoff that involves Josh Hubbard. And again, there's no pressure really being put. It's just a bad handoff between Josh Hubbard and the man with the ball, and they lose the ball and it goes out of bounds, and that's the ball game. So again, elite teams, if you want to be an elite team, right, you need to have talented players, you need to have skilled players, but you also need to do the little things, the small things, the things that people don't take into consideration or don't really talk about at an elite level. Boxing out, understanding your defensive assignment, finishing a layup, not turning the ball over and on first turnover, especially as the game is coming to an end. You can't have a turnover on a dribble handoff like that, and so that was my one thought about Mississippi State. I felt like they did enough to win the game. I felt like they should have won the game. I felt like Josh Hubbard played exceptionally well, but they did not do the little things at the level that they needed to do. And it's not a game that Alabama stole from them. It's a game that Mississippi State just gave away because of their unforced mistakes. And so, fortunately for Mississippi State, that's a teachable lesson. That's a teachable moment. That's something you can go back and film and practice and work on these things and make sure that you elevate those plays and you emphasize those plays and you perform a lot better. But again, you don't want to be in a situation where a small thing like forgetting to box out in a free throw and then stepping in instead of stepping up and pushing the man back, right, costs you a game like it did against Oregon a couple years ago in the Final Four. So those are my thoughts on the Mississippi State-Alabama game. It's a good game, entertaining game. But again, Mississippi State just shot itself in the foot over and over and over again. They were able to dodge bullets, but in the end, it was just too much to overcome.